So example 3, given that we have an isosceles triangle, triangle ABC is isosceles. Also, they've pointed out that AC is the base. They've also told me that BD is an altitude. Now, altitude is a vocabulary word that we've not covered yet, but altitude simply means a right angle is made. And a right angle always goes from the vertex to the opposite side. So now we've defined what altitude is, and it's in our given information. We're probably going to be using it. Okay, so the first thing, BD is an altitude, and that we have an isosceles triangle, triangle ABC. So that's always going to be my given. Now, the second statement that they've made is AB is congruent to CB. So why is it that we're able to make that statement? Well, that is the definition of an isosceles triangle. The definition of an isosceles triangle says an isosceles triangle has at least 2 congruent sides. So now, notice that they've said angle A is congruent to angle C. So why is it that we're able to make that statement? Well, that goes back to your isosceles triangle theorem. Remember, that was a 2-part theorem, and it says in an isosceles triangle, if you have at least 2 congruent sides, then your base angles are also going to be congruent. So then the next statement is BD is perpendicular to AC. So, probably goes back to our given information where we've talked about an altitude, and with an altitude we have right angles. So this is definition of altitude. And so, of course, if we have perpendicular, then perpendicular means right angles. So now we can say that angle BDA and BDC are right angles. So I marked it before we made that statement, but that is definition of perpendicular. And then now angle BDA is congruent to angle BDC. Okay, so we want to make that statement because if we've got right angles, then now we need to make the statement they're congruent. So all right angles are congruent. And so now we have enough information, because if we go back to our picture, we have 3 facts marked. We have angle, and a side. So triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD by angle, side congruency.